Hi, it's Dave. August the 6th, 2019, 7:33 in the morning. Out of all the provinces in Canada, BC has challenged me the most. Um, you really notice it coming from Ontario and Toronto. The terrain here is the most threatening and daunting of any Canadian province I can say. Even northern Quebec, parts of it might rival it, but BC, because of its mountains and the density of the mountains and the wildlife here, it's a province that really challenges you physically if you let it and if you want to take the challenge. I can say that in my life, there's been two times where I had to really physically ask myself, am I going to quit now or am I going to keep going forward? Because the challenge just seemed so physically daunting. The first was going up the Sunshine Coast um, in November 3rd or 4th. I'd have to look back at the dates. When I was going up the Sunshine Coast between Seychelles and Madeira Park to Egmont. And it was pitch black and it was pouring rain. They made it rain thick. It was raining cats and dogs. Just thick rain, pitch black. The moon was totally covered. And I was on a bike that had a tire that was aligned so that it would pop and I would go flying off the cliff. All of this was going on that evening when I was trying to go north to get to Port Hardy to go to Prince Rupert. At one point, it was just, I can't tell you, it was the darkest dark that you can ever imagine. It was just thick velvet black. And I stood by the side of the road while it was pouring rain, and I rolled a joint and had it and a cigarette, and I had to ask myself, am I going to be able to make it through this? Because directly ahead of me, as far as I could see, was pitch black. I didn't know if there was any light ever going to be coming around the horizon. I didn't know if they turned off all the electricity north of where I was in Seychelles, which is about it's across an isthmus. It's about an hour north of Vancouver. And I was surprised to learn that the streetlights had been all turned off, all along the highways and everything. It was all pitch black. That was one point where I had to question, do I have the stamina to get through this and to keep biking into pitch black forward, not knowing how long it was going to last or what I was going to find at the end? That was one point where I had to challenge and ask myself, am I going to quit right now? Am I going to accept defeat?